This stick figure channel, Productive Peter, has only 285 videos, but somehow 524,000 subscribers and over 24 million views. Crazy, right? And it's not just them. Zen uploaded only 15 videos and already has 140,000 subscribers. Another creator reached 219,000 the same way. So what do they all have in common? Stick figure animation. That's it. Simple stick figures used to tell stories, teach things, and explain complex topics in an easy way. And here's something interesting. Simple visuals actually hold attention better than talking head videos. That's why this style works so well. But here's the problem. Making videos takes a lot of time. Writing the script, making the visuals, recording the voice, editing it can take days just for one video. So in this video, I'll show you how I use NotebookLM to make stick figure videos fast. You won't need a camera, animation skills, or a budget. This is a 100% free AI-powered workflow. Let me show you exactly how it works. Step 1. Generate a topic and title. First, open NotebookLM and create a new project. Then head to YouTube and select the channel you want to clone. Today, I'm going with Productive Peter. Simply copy the channel URL. Go back to NotebookLM, paste it as a source, hit Next, and let it load. Now, this is where it gets interesting. I go to Settings, then Chat, then Custom. But before I paste the prompt, let me show you what it looks like. You can see it on screen. This is the topic and title selector prompt. You can grab it from the description. Once I save this, NotebookLM basically becomes a topic researcher for this exact niche. It knows what these Stickman channels talk about, how they write titles, and what hooks their audience. Okay, now I go to chat and type, "Give me 10 topic and title ideas for my next Stickman video." That's it. One line because the role prompt already did the setup work. Now, you can see NotebookLM has generated 10 different topics related to these types of videos. And here's something I really like about this look. None of these topics exist on this channel. NotebookLM read the patterns, the title structures, and the angles that work, then built something entirely new from them. That's why this is fully demonetization safe. You're not copying content, you're just building on what already works. Step 2. Generate the script. First, open a fresh NotebookLM project. Then head over to Productive Peter and filter the channel videos by most popular. I want the top performing videos. These are the ones that proved the style works. Now, copy the top 5 URLs and paste them into NotebookLM one by one. Hit Next. Let it load. Now, go to Settings, Chat, Custom. Again, same move as before. This time, paste in the scriptwriter role prompt. It is in the description. Now, NotebookLM has absorbed the storytelling style of those 5 videos. The pacing, the way information builds, how the hook opens, it is not going to copy them. It is going to write in that style with completely new content. Okay, now I go to chat and type, "Create a 1,000-word YouTube script about the invisible killer of your daily focus." One line. That is all it needs, because the role prompt already set everything up. After a few seconds, our script is ready. This is not a generic AI script. Look at how it is structured. It opens with the introduction, and then the script breaks down the story chapter by chapter. That is why I said this is not a generic AI script. It feels like something a real creator wrote. That structure, that escalation, that came from studying what actually works on these channels. And because we are copying the style, not the content, this script is completely original. 100% clean. 100% yours. No demonetization risk. Step 3. Generate visuals. First, open ChatGPT and head to your prompt stock. Copy the visual prompt. This prompt takes your script and turns it into a complete visual plan with image prompts and motion prompts for every scene. Copy the entire visual prompt and paste it into ChatGPT. The prompt has a placeholder for the script. So go back to NotebookLM, where we generated the script in step 2. Copy it and paste it into ChatGPT in place of the placeholder. Then hit Generate. After a few minutes, our full visual prompts are ready. The first thing it produces is the visual base prompt. This is the consistency anchor. It defines the character style, the vibe, the background. Everything in the video will match this. Then it moves into the scenes. Each scene has 3 things: a voiceover, an image prompt, a motion prompt. Every single scene follows that same structure. Clean, ready to use. Now, let me scroll down to scene 4. Why does this one have no stickman? Because good stickman videos do not use a stickman for every single scene. That gets repetitive fast. So, the visual planner prompt builds in roughly 20% of scenes as graphic visuals, stats, concepts, and abstract ideas. It breaks the pattern just enough to keep the viewer watching. Step 4. Creating visuals using Flow. First, head over to Google Flow and create a new project. Make sure image creation is selected and Nano Banana is the model. Then go back to ChatGPT. Copy the visual base prompt, paste it into Flow, and hit Generate. Now, wait a few seconds while it generates. Okay, this is the result. The stickman comes out in different poses across the variations. And even though it is a simple character, this base generation matters. I will show you exactly why in a moment. Upload that base generation into the prompt box. Copy the image prompt for scene 1 from ChatGPT, paste it into prompt box, and hit Generate. And look. Same stickman style and same feel. It picked up the character from the base and carried it into the scene. Repeat this exact same process for every scene. Okay, now I have generated a few images for a few scenes. Look at all these stickman images, same style as scene 1. That consistency is a small detail, but it makes a real difference to the viewer's eye. Now let me show you how to generate animations using the images we created. Open Flow again and create a new project. This time, switch to video generation. Upload the scene 1 image, copy the motion prompt for scene 1, paste it in, and hit Generate. Here is the animation. Simple and clean. This is why keeping motion prompts simple is important. Clean instructions produce clean movement. No noise, no weird artifacts, just a smooth stickman scene. Continue the same process for the remaining images. Step 5. Create voiceover. First, head over to any AI voice generator platform. Today, I am using Google AI Studio. So, I open Google AI Studio and go to the speaker settings on the right panel. I click the drop-down and go through a few voice demos. Since this is a stickman story video, I want something warm and approachable. So, I select a voice with a friendly tag. I copy the voiceover for the first few scenes from NotebookLM, where we generated the script, paste it into Google AI Studio, and hit Run.
You are not actually losing time. Your brain is just deleting it before you can use it. This time blindness is the invisible killer of your focus, and it is happening.
I download it and continue doing the same for the remaining parts of the script. Step 6. Editing. First, open your video editing software. I use CapCut, so I open that. Then I drop the voiceover in first. Then I upload all the scenes. Now I pull up the visual plan we generated earlier and use it as my map. It tells me exactly which scene goes where. I start syncing the scenes to the voiceover by simply following the plan. Honestly, this part is very easy because all the thinking is already done. Since the scenes run a bit longer than the voiceover, I either trim them or speed them up slightly to fit. For transitions, I use black fade transitions. I am not adding transitions for every scene because that becomes a distraction for the viewer's eye. Then I add a fade in and fade out animation for the first and last clip. One more thing worth mentioning: when Google Flow generates the video clips, it also generates sound effects automatically. That is actually a nice bonus. It really helps keep the viewer fully engaged. I edited the first 9 scenes, roughly 1 minute of video, in about 5 minutes. At that pace, a full video would take around 1 hour to edit. That is entirely because of the visual plan. Okay, let us see the result.
You are not actually losing time. Your brain is just deleting it before you can use it. This time blindness is the invisible killer of your focus, and it is happening because your workspace is designed to make you forget you're alive. Most of us spend our workdays dreaming about free time, yet we treat our workspace like a waiting room for the weekend. We operate under the time unit paradox. The psychological phenomenon where time feels endless as a child because everything is a new experience, but as an adult, years fly by like months. This happens because your brain measures time by recording new experiences. When you fall into a repetitive routine of the same desk, the same commute, and the same tasks, your brain literally skips recording those moments. It's like your mind is hitting the delete key on your life in real time.
That is the full pipeline. If anything in this process was unclear, drop your question in the comments. I go through every single one. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video. See you in the next one.